inspiration on demand? Can you just get inspired whenever you want to? Can you be creative and brilliant with the switch of a button? This is today's video. Before I answer the question, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. My whole business, everything that I do that brings me substantial income is based on how creative I am. I have studied and spoken about inspiration and creativity for years, and in this video, I will share with you what I have discovered. To answer the questions at the top of the video, the answer is yes! I believe that inspiration and creativity come from how you live your life. You can be brilliant on demand. How cool is that, right? A few years ago, I noticed that when I am in the shower, I have the best ideas. So I asked myself, what happens in the shower and not in other places, right? The first thing I noticed is that usually when I am in the shower, I let my thoughts go. I don't try to control them or to get anywhere. I have no agenda for the shower other than to get clean, so my thoughts go wherever they want to go. The second thing I noticed is that I am not judging whether I'm doing it right or wrong. I don't have any kind of judgment on my thoughts about whether I am shampooing my hair right or washing my face wrong. Finally, I noticed that I often have fun in the shower. It can be the warm water, the freedom of thoughts, or maybe the music I'm playing that day. But overall, there is a sense of fun. So yes, getting inspired requires a certain freedom. Now, not total freedom. Let me explain. As an artist, I find that a limit in my resources pushes me to be creative. If I have over 200 colors of paint in front of me, it's going to be almost impossible for me to pick. Now, give me 3 tubes of paint and I'm going to come up with a whole lot of combination. So the freedom does not come from the circumstances. It comes from the possibilities we are willing to consider in spite of these circumstances. In fact, when we celebrate underdogs, we often celebrate the creativity that they demonstrated to go above and beyond their circumstances. Getting inspired requires no judgment. This is probably the trap that most people fall in. Before we even explore creativity, we have some perspective on how good we are going to be or not, right? But judgment is the opposite of creativity. So before I paint or even get ready to make a video, I have to do some form of meditation. It allows me to get into theta waves, and this is the state that will tell my brain that it needs to be creative. It also needs to go outside of its comfort zone. Now, I understand getting rid of self-doubt and self-judgment is something that can take months or even years to do. However, it is possible to suspend judgment, and all you have to do is decide that for that moment that you need to be creative, you are not going to listen to judgment. You can always go back to it afterwards. But literally, as soon as you feel judgment is coming, no, stop it right there, right now. If you hear a thought like, yeah, I really suck at this, that's just not okay. You gotta stop that thought before you give it too much time or energy. Simply say to yourself, not now. Dismiss it. Come back to your breathing or a nice song, or even shake your body a little bit and go back to work. And you, my friend, have mastered creativity when you do that. Now, judgment is sneaky, and sometimes it will poke its head in a different way than you think. For instance, it can look like you are stuck, you are tired, you're hungry, you are bored, you keep wanting to do other things. All of this is simply self-doubt trying to get back in. Do not let it. If you do let it in, take a break. It's okay to take a break, but make sure that you time your break so you know that you have a certain amount of time before you have to go back to being creative. Don't give up on being creative because self-doubt just poked its head. Instead, make sure you give yourself like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, to go take a quick walk, drink a glass of water, come back and time it so that you come back to it, okay? I know what you're thinking. You don't think you can be creative on a schedule. Well, I disagree. You can be as creative as you want to be, whatever you want to be. You just have to choose it. Will it require that you set yourself up for success? Yes. Will it be easy? No. But it will be simple. The two things that creativity requires are that 1, you show up, and 2, that you surrender. So what is showing up? Well, showing up only requires that you dedicate time to creativity. Don't wait to be creative to do something creative. Schedule time to be creative. Neil Gaiman is known to have 1 hour at the top of each day where he is going to write. No matter what, he writes for 1 hour. He may write for longer than that, but at least he has his 1 hour every single day. My personal theory around time is that creativity is a muscle. And the more you do it, the easier and the faster the process is. You also start considering creativity as something that you do on a regular basis and not something magical or mystical that happens once in a while. When you show up, your creativity will show up too. Being creative, by definition, means creating something new, something that brings us to the next level. So if you're trying to control the creative process, you're going to force yourself to stay with the things that you already know, and therefore killing any creativity. Instead, ask yourself questions that push you to think differently. So for me, when I paint, I ask, what would it look like if my painting was upside down, for instance, or if I close my eyes, where does my hand want to move, etc. It is uncomfortable, and I never said that being brilliant or being creative was going to be comfortable, okay? So to recap, you can be creative at any moment. All you have to do is let yourself go. Surrender and allow your brain to function from theta waves instead of alpha waves. If you want me to go deeper on any of these subjects, please let me know in the comments and I will be happy to make a new video on that topic. See you soon!